Hey everyone, welcome to the news segments. I'm Adam like usual. We got Brandon, Sean, and Matt.
Hey guys.
Sean's testing out his bro voice.
That was Matt, by the way.
that's
You
terrible.
racist motherfucker.
Anyways, getting into the news, of course, there's a lot of PS4 stuff coming out this week. They are talking about, so since there's a massive amounts of installs in all the games, like, upwards, like the lowest one I saw was 10 gigs, and so far the highest is like 49,
I heard
insane.
the average install is 7 inches. Is that okay? Normal.
Yeah.
Installation.
The average is 5.5. Just letting you guys know.
Yeah. Anyways,
so many. Okay.
The average is 3 and a quarter.
In your Asian mind,
They include vaginas in it, so it's
Yeah.
like half an inch inward to your body.
So between 10 and 49 gigs is the installs. But it's not like the installs are going to be from last generation. Basically, they're just installing a certain portion of the game before you can start playing it. And so the averages right now are between 10 and 45 seconds, okay, before you can start playing the game. That is the estimated install time. For comparisons, GTA 5 took about 15 minutes to install.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and that was only 8 gigs.
Sounds
So
like it can take you
the
10
minimum-
to 45 seconds.
Because the thing is, they're only installing a certain portion of the game.
so you're saying that there won't be the full 50 installed at one point.
No, but see, the thing is, it continues installing while you play. It just
That
does
never
the
works
initial
out well.
install. It does the initial install so you can start playing, and then while you play it, it continues to install.
Well, the Warcraft does that. It doesn't work out very well sometimes.
No?
If so, while you're playing it, at one point there will be the 50 gigs that will no longer be free on your hard drive.
Yes.
It doesn't work that you play a portion of the game and it's installing, an hour's worth into the future, so that when you get to that point, it frees up memory in the back and then it installs in chunks. It doesn't
Well,
work like that.
it really depends on the game. I don't think it doesn't install everything right away, because there's the reports that I saw online were that for NAC, for instance, or whatever, was like 36 gigs, I think the install was, but it only took up about like 28 or something like that. So it doesn't take up everything right away, but presumably the more you play, the more it has to cache to the hard drive. Cache to the hard drive.
Cache?
I always say cache. I don't know. It's just the way I
The thing is,
think.
what annoys me is that PC games are by default 8.5 gigs on a DVD, right? Or if you have like a dual DVD, so it's like about 17 gigs, right?
No, you got that wrong. It's 4.5 for a DVD, and the dual ones are 8.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But at most, the DVD would be 8.5 gigs.
Yeah.
Times 2 at most 17 gigs.
Yeah.
Which would mean that the install would be at most, 17 30 gigs at most.
Yeah, but Blu-rays go up to 50 gigs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand that these games are more than 1080p and they're playing under 50 gigs. They're being installed under 50 gigs.
You mean the PC ones?
Yeah.
Well,
Probably
I think
software.
they're starting to get a lot bigger now. Like, most of the games I download on Steam that are like newish are like upwards of like a lot, like over 10, 20 gigs. They're starting to get a lot bigger.
It's under 49
It's
gigs.
still under.
Yeah, it's under 49 gigs, but this is going to start a trend. They're going to start getting a lot bigger, especially the multi-platform ones that start going on the new consoles now, because a lot of the times PC games were stagnated because of consoles, and now that there's the jump, now the PC games will make another jump also. And some people could argue that PC was already there, but no, they were stifled.
Thing is, I mean, like, to download these games, it's going to take days for some people.
That's another thing. Like the streaming installs, they also have the streaming downloads. So it starts downloading a game. It won't be as quick, like 10 to 45 seconds, but instead of downloading the entire game, they said maximum it would take about an hour before you can start playing the game. So instead of waiting like 8 hours to download, like, maybe like 20 gigs, you'd only have to wait like half an hour, and then you'd be able to start playing while it continues downloading the game.
I sort of think that there is this weird growing pain period with the next generation consoles, where it's just like this astronomical installations now, and like I feel that a lot of it is escaping me. The console should be immediate. They shouldn't have to be this enormous installation and like updating it, 4 or 5 times a month sometimes.
That's the reason why you buy a console, is you pay for this box that'll just work no matter what.
Exactly.
Right? That's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Like, whereas PC gamers have to forfeit that for a better experience.
Yeah.
Like, inherently a better experience depending on their graphics or whatever, or hardware. But it's just getting closer and closer to the PC.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that it is a PC, but the fact that we're having 50 gig installs and stuff like that, it's
Obscene.
it's not even like PC level anymore. To me, it's more
It's
than
its
that.
own thing. Yeah.
That's why you get the Steam machine.
God, I hope no one buys that piece of shit.
I'm gonna buy it for you for your birthday.
I will play it and not even pretend that I didn't enjoy the free gift.
Exactly.
So there's that launch trailer for Shadow Fall, which didn't actually show that much. It was
A lot of pretty graphics.
exactly like the cityscape looked really nice.
Yeah. As
But
as an architect, I think that most of it was
That movie.
accurate.
yeah,
To a
that
scale.
waterfall underneath the building there.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it didn't really show that much the trailer for Killzone, but
The
It
voice
looked cool.
acting was horrible.
uh,
It seemed like
you're not playing Killzone.
so exciting.
You're not playing Killzone for any story or voice
Yeah, I
acting.
am. The
We
story was
spoke
awesome.
about. I literally said that before this podcast in the car verbatim, and you stopped me and said you played it for the story. You enjoyed
Huh?
the story.
No, I never said that.
Matt said that, and you agreed with him.
Okay, then didn't know what I was agreeing to. No, I
You
agreed.
You wanted to 806?
I
Yes, let's
agreed.
go.
I agreed that I played all of them because you said, "Did you play?" You didn't realize both of us played all of them. That's what I thought I was agreeing to. I'm like, yeah, I played all of them.
Even on the PS2.
Yeah,
We were
the
at that
PS2
point.
one
At
sucked.
that point, when you said yes, we hadn't spoken for several minutes. We were just silent in the car, and you
Yeah,
said
that's
yes.
right. That's exactly right.
Some weirdo.
Occasionally he does that.
Right. Anyways, so new Lord of the Rings game, Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor. That's what it's called. It's supposed to be an open world action game.
Wow,
Yeah.
I have never heard that to describe a game before.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, it's supposed to be set in between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so there's no actual literature
So
for
nothing
that
happens.
period.
Nothing actually happens. You're
Yeah,
just
but-
standing
Nothing
there.
important happens.
You're just farming.
Yeah, but there's no literature for that, so you don't know what
No,
happens.
but literally
Yes, you
nothing
do,
happens.
because otherwise they would have explained it in Lord of the Rings.
And it almost takes
Farm
place not too long after The Hobbit. Like,
Yeah.
once he comes back, that's when almost Lord of the Rings starts.
Anyways, give it the benefit of the doubt.
There's
You
like
don't know
a
what the
week
hell they're
later.
going to do. It could be cool. It might not be a gigantic turd like all the other Lord
It's
of
a
the Rings
cash in.
games.
I mean, the developer's fine, but the publisher obviously wants people just to buy it. It just seems like this transparent idea to bridge together The Hobbit with... I read this article that was dated from 2009, talking about how entertainment for our generation has become fashion, less than it's become art.
Mm.
And the argument was that fashion is cyclical, and how they're constantly just perpetuating the same ideas because people want to be reminded of the same
Bell-bottoms.
ideas. And so
Not for the-
Spider-Man...
Not for the hipsters.
Anyways, we could talk about that all day, let alone the fact that we don't actually know what a hipster is
I want
because
to be
there's
a
no
hipster.
actual agreement on it. Anyways,
Because that's
Um,
what hipsters do.
at any point, they were talking about it with respect to the newest Spider-Man, which is now a year old, I think, and how
With that other kid.
no, the newest one, yeah, the new kid,
Miles Morales.
Andrew Garfield, no,
Or
the
The one that
movies, the
doesn't look like
movies, the
he'd be a
movies.
Spider-Man.
The movies.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, and how an analyst was saying that it was too soon to bring it back, but it ended up doing really well, and the reviews seemed pretty strong for it, even though most people had seen that.
I thought it
five or
did pretty
six-
bad.
I preferred it to the older ones.
It didn't do as
Because
well.
they didn't have Tobey Maguire in
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, just the fact that there wasn't any Tobey Maguire.
And Mary Jane.
Like, there wasn't any
This is
crappy
none of this is
actors.
important.
They had
None
that
of
Gwen
this is
Stacy.
what I'm saying is that you have Thief, which is it's not Thief 4, it's not Thief 5, it's
it's a
Thief
yeah.
again because people aren't supposed to know that this is not a sequel, even though it's kind of a sequel because gamers don't have the appreciation for the lineage of
Well,
this.
most
It's
people that
true
would be
for-
into it weren't around during Steve.
Yeah,
So why should Thief exist then? The property has no value if they're just reintroducing the same character.
Dishonored.
Is nothing. That's an IP.
No, but
It's
it's
an
like
IP.
yeah, exactly. But Thief has its characters, bringing back the character.
It's
in the
nostalgia.
Name me
world.
2 characters that are in that game.
Garrett.
Name me 2
I don't know
characters.
the other
Thief.
fucking
Exactly.
character. There's
Why
only
the
Thief.
fuck Garrett? Who's named Garrett? I could throw away that name. It doesn't even make sense. Oh, it's a guy in a black suit who steals things?
Yeah.
That is nothing. You could call it Thief, but not have him in it. It just upsets
But
me.
it's
because-
nostalgia.
What's the nostalgia?
it's
No
like
one even
Mario.
knows what it is. I
It's
know
like
what
Mario.
Thief is.
What, are you going to change what Mario is?
No,
Now that
that's
we-
what
They do with movies too.
yeah, exactly.
I guess that's just what it is. It's sad though because you lose all the value of the IP isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
And they're willing to agree with those terms by just not putting any any history or any past lineage from it.
There's no weight put onto it. I mean, what's this with Metal Gear Solid? There's Metal Gear Solid 5, then Metal Gear Solid something else. It's like, why? Who cares? Make Metal Gear Solid 5. Why does it have to have this weird pseudo prequel thing that comes
Ground
out?
Zero, yeah.
Yeah, what is up with that? It's upsetting that
They want to make money to continue making their other games.
But it's so splintered and fragmented. It's confusing and it doesn't make any sense. It's really
Yeah, but
upsetting.
that's Metal Gear. You just basically described Metal Gear. It's confusing.
Wasn't
and
the second one not even a real thing?
The second one was awesome. It's the best. No, the third one's the best one in the series.
I like the fourth. Anyways, continuing. Target
Nice.
shipped Xbox Ones to around 100, 150 people by accident like a week, like last week.
Really?
Yeah,
At random?
They can't get those back.
random people. Yeah, no. Those people already started setting them up.
Yeah.
And
They got banned.
they got banned from Xbox Live.
Yo.
For
Yeah.
life?
No.
No.
I read
they're gonna get
149 of those were Xbox Ones. One of them was a jar of bees.
no.
And the guy opened it up and he was allergic to bees.
That's
and they
so
killed
fake.
him and his
Anyways.
family. And now they're living in his house.
Yeah, now,
They called upon Dr. Bees.
yeah.
Such
Anyways,
a
so
good video.
they got banned off Xbox Live, but they said that they were going to be restored closer to launch. So maybe the Thursday before or the Wednesday or
Well,
whatever.
that would suck. What
So
if
that's
they
not
want
so
to go
bad.
on the 360 and play online?
Well, they got fucked. Anyways,
Do it.
the same thing happened with PS4s apparently, but the Sony boss tweeted that no bans would go out.
Oh,
But apparently,
They still did.
the servers weren't up, so they couldn't even access the online anyways.
Well, that makes sense. Why would the servers
Wouldn't that be
up for
smart?
Xbox One?
Isn't that smart on Sony's part?
Just
Yeah,
these
it is.
Let's just
fucking
not have
Americans.
things
I have
enabled.
servers up.
until the
Yeah.
day of.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, so BlizzCon also happened recently.
Did it?
Yeah, and since we don't have Compo, who was our resident like Blizzard,
Compo, come down here.
yeah.
Hey guys, how are you?
Anyways, so
That was
WoW expansion is a
Spot
new
on.
one, obviously, because they need more
Really?
people to play it, and they want to
Yeah,
make more
'cause they
money.
What
Yeah,
other
those
racist animal have they introduced?
They didn't introduce any animal. It's called Warlords of
Alright.
Draenor.
So it's a bunch of brown people.
No, it's bringing
But
it back.
disguised as some sort of other
They already
random
have brown
racist
people.
animal,
No, they already
It's-
have brown people.
like a tiger that eats curry.
Technically,
Tiger.
the panda was ready.
Yeah, how racist
It was
is
already
that?
in the game.
No, it was already in the lore a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it's so racist.
No, it's racist.
It's
a
obviously
panda.
based off of Chinese people.
Oh my god. Anyways,
What are you talking about?
Well, didn't you watch
Yellow?
the Jackie Chan movie there?
World of
With all the
Warcraft.
animals.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
anyways,
Anyways.
it's bringing it back to the Warcraft of old. Okay, like time travel style. Like they're literally time traveling in the game.
They already have that.
Huh?
There's a
Job's
dungeon area where they have that.
Okay. Anyways, this is an entire
See,
world.
the
part.
problem with Warcraft, or actually Blizzard, is that they should stop with the Warcraft IP
Why?
and
Is
just
it-
make
you know how much
Carcraft.
Carcraft.
Yo.
Carcraft would have been amazing. You can build your own car,
Yeah?
craft it
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then have it shipped out to you.
With the metal and all that too.
So
Yeah.
they'd be coming automotive.
With Metal Gear
company.
Solid,
Oh,
you get solid Metal Gear.
You know what you should do? You should be able to actually compete in an arena afterwards. And
With
you
that
have
car.
guns attached to it.
So it's like Twisted
Yeah.
Metal, but Blizzard makes it, and it's.
I've never
real.
heard of
Just-
what's Twisted Metal. You should call it Twisted Metal. That's a
But
good name for it.
Twisted Metal. It's not. It's only going to be twisted after being
Yeah.
pummeled by other metal.
Mangled metal.
Anyways,
Shoot.
aside from the time traveling Warcraft expansion, they're also updating the character models finally, which look pretty slick. Like they haven't updated, like they've updated a lot of the worlds. They've changed the graphics of all the environments and stuff like that. And they updated like special effects and shit. But they never actually changed any of the character models. They changed armor and stuff, but all the models still look like shit. They had low poly counts and everything like that. Now they completely updated them. I should have showed you pictures before, but they actually look really nice.
Really?
Yeah, but it's been a decade since like this shit came out, and they haven't changed the character model. So I'm like,
I heard they also wanted to release a new Warcraft game, not World of Warcraft, an actual Warcraft
Yeah.
game.
Isn't it a bee simulator?
a bees.
Yes. They
Stop
send
with your
people
bees, Sean. Stop with your bees. Anyways, they're also making a MOBA style game now.
Yes, Heroes
So,
of the
Heroes
Storm.
of the Storm. Yeah.
I thought Blizzard made League of Legends.
No, Blizzard does not make League of Legends.
It looks like it's World of Warcraft.
Who made League of Legends?
Nobody.
Okay, people. I think this is the way the
The
thing
internet
went.
made it.
No, because in Warcraft 3 they had Dota, and the people that made Dota, that made that mod, left to create Riot and made League of Legends.
Yes.
Then Valve bought Dota
Not
rights.
all of them, though. Half of them.
Half of them, anyways. Then Valve bought Dota rights and started making Dota 2, and now Blizzard is just making Heroes of the Storm.
But
So
it looks but the graphics will look exactly the same.
They all look.
yeah,
exactly
they all
the
look
same.
exactly the same. Even Dota looks like Warcraft.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Dota 2. I mean, looks like
Because
Warcraft.
it's based off Warcraft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it was a custom thing off of
It was
Warcraft.
a little mod.
Anyways, outside of that, there was a trailer for that. It looked pretty cool, but like I signed up for the beta, but you know how those shit goes. So we'll
I
see
know,
when
it
that
looked like pretty
happens.
cool
Aren't
for
you
me.
still playing Hearthstone?
I am still playing Hearthstone, and I'm going to get into that because that was at the end of my little notes here. So the Hearthstone beta is going to be open, so it's not closed anymore, in December.
Sick.
The closed beta has had about 1 million participants, or over 1 million participants at this point, which is quite a bit. And they're also going to be releasing it on iPads and iPhones next year.
Really?
That's
Yes.
smart.
No,
That-
the
that's actually
Android.
smart, yeah.
But not sure about the Android. But
Whatever. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's
Ah.
smart.
but it looks like it fits very well to the cards. I showed Sean it, and like he looked like it sounded pretty
I
cool.
already would.
I even
want
told
this.
Dodds, he's like, I want to play it because he got it back into Magic. He's been playing it with like
Yeah.
Dozwa and Joe and stuff.
Yo, he's gonna like it.
Yeah, and he's like, damn you, Adam. I want to play it now. I didn't realize it was in closed beta.
The caveat I have with it, it just feels like it's Magic, but for people who are still in diapers. Like, I mean, I'm sure it'll evolve. It'll become more mature.
No.
But it's just like everything
It's
they've
too
integrated
simple.
in it makes it. Yeah, exactly.
It's a
makes it more
simplified
simple.
version of
It's
Magic,
a simplified version
Is
of
it
Magic.
made by the same people?
No,
made by Blizzard.
It's based off their card game. Like, there's a WoW card game. It's
Yeah,
somewhat
that's
based off that.
It's
That's
based off of Magic.
Yeah. Everything's based off of Magic. Any fucking card game is based off Magic,
You sure with that?
pretty much.
Poker?
Any
Blackjack?
collectible
Have you ever
card
played
game.
Blackgammon before? Blackgammon.
Any collectible card game.
Jesus.
What about the Harry Potter card game?
Yeah.
I actually
Does that actually exist?
I actually own
Harry Potter trading cards?
I have Buffy trading
There is a
cards.
limited.
Yeah, but okay, there's a difference between trading cards and actual card
No,
games.
yeah, it's a card game.
Okay, there's a card
They
game.
created a card game at the same time as Magic. I kid you not. That actually bridged the story between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Do you know what happened in it? Nothing. Because then it would have been in Lord of the Rings.
What's it called? Sang froid?
Cold ground.
Yeah.
Cold ground.
Anyways, that's it for the news.
Frozen ground.
Hopefully you got entertained by it. Comment,
Very
subscribe,
good.
check us out
Yo,
on
bro.
Facebook. We got a
Bye,
Twitch
guys.
account.
Shut up, Compo.
Yeah. Anyways, catch you guys next week.